Habit number 7, dwelling on the past and the chains of regret. Your mind is within your control, not external events. Understand this and you will find the strength. Dwelling on the past, especially past mistakes and regrets, weakens your ability to move forward and find peace in the present. It can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and stagnation. Stoicism teaches us to accept the past as it is and focus on what is within our control, the present and the future. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we have power over our minds and thoughts. Even if we cannot change the past, dwelling on past mistakes only perpetuates cycles of regret and self-flagellation. Stoicism calls us to practice self-forgiveness and use our past experiences as opportunities for learning and growth. To overcome the habit of dwelling on the past, start by acknowledging and accepting your past mistakes. Understand that making mistakes is part of human nature and does not define your worth or potential. Practice self-compassion and forgiveness, treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. Stoicism also urges us to focus on the present moment and take meaningful actions towards our future goals and aspirations. When you shift your attention from the past to the present, you will discover a renewed sense of purpose and the strength to create a brighter future. In our journey through the 7 habits that weaken us, we have explored the profound wisdom of Stoicism and how it empowers us to overcome these habits: procrastination, negative self-talk, seeking external approval, complaining, excessive materialism, avoiding challenges, and dwelling on the past. These habits can be transformed through adopting Stoic thinking. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, develop virtues, and face life's challenges with courage and resilience. It encourages us to find happiness in the present moment and release the need for external approval and material possessions. This empowers us to step out of our comfort zone and learn from our past without being bound by regret. As you embark on your journey to transform weakness into strength, remember that change takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself and consistently practice Stoic principles in your daily life. With dedication and perseverance, you can break free from the grip of these habits and lead a purposeful life filled with resilience and inner peace. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and share your thoughts in the comments. Which of these habits resonates with you the most? Stay tuned for our next video on eliminating habits, and until then, take care. You can establish clear boundaries and protect yourself without descending into insults or meanness in response. Express reasonable requests for behavior change, but avoid demanding or commanding. If disrespectful behavior persists, know when it's necessary to temporarily or permanently remove yourself from the situation and relationships, but do so honestly, not through explosive outbursts or passive-aggressive parting shots. Maintain self-control and respect when provoked. Each challenging interaction is an opportunity to demonstrate principles of understanding, patience, and courage. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, facing trials with a calm soul diminishes their power, and disrespect loses its potency to disturb you when met with virtue. Lesson number 4. What happens to you is less important than how you react to it when insulted or treated poorly. Do not waste energy trying to change others or endlessly pondering the situation. You cannot dictate their attitude or behavior, but you can fully control your reaction. Pose constructive questions to yourself, such as how can I handle this while maintaining self-control and ethics? What does this teach me about myself and my principles? Direct your energy into areas you can influence, remaining true to your values, acting honestly and calmly, advocating for fairness whenever possible, and monitoring the messages you tell yourself. Of course, strive to improve circumstances through rational actions where possible, detached from attachment to others' behavior. Tranquility comes when you focus on what's within your power. Sometimes disrespect may be inevitable, but you always have the choice to respond with wisdom and integrity or react with anxiety and blindness. Your control starts from within. Some people will inevitably treat you disrespectfully or harbor dislike toward you. This is beyond your control. Carefully examine reasons why someone may disrespect you. Their behavior may stem from vastly different values, perspectives, and experiences rather than personal shortcomings on your part. Remind yourself that people have the right to their preferences and opinions. Not everyone's taste aligns, and it's not worth interpreting differences as personal offenses. Countless factors beyond your influence exist. Reflect on feedback to understand if there's an opportunity for self-improvement, but not all criticism is fair or accurate. Understand what reflects internal issues versus genuine flaws, as Buddha taught. Some will hate you, others will love you. This isn't within your power. Do your best to treat everyone kindly, but accept that you won't please everyone. Reconcile with this inevitability. Your worth isn't contingent on how much you please the world. Remain internally balanced, guided by your conscience. Skillfully manage your emotions when you're disliked, but don't seek universal approval. It cannot be forced. Reflect on whether criticism is justified. Stoics know we all have flaws and room to grow. Thoughtfully consider even disrespectful feedback. When someone attacks you or mocks aspects of your character, pause and analyze their comments rationally once emotions subside. Ask yourself, could this criticism highlight a true weakness in me? Was it harshly delivered? Is there room for improvement or virtues to cultivate in response to the shortcomings they pointed out? Conduct honest self-assessment before dismissing critique. Not all feedback is accurate or worthy of integration. Use insight to distinguish between their personal issues and genuine flaws before fully accepting their criticism. Thank those who provide constructive feedback, even if it stings. Growth opportunities lurk even in hurtful remarks. Humbly learn from adversity. Enemies often pinpoint weaknesses friends overlook. Stoics advise responding to feedback with rational insight rather than brushing it off. It's natural to feel hurt when insulted or mistreated, but harboring grudges rarely benefits in the long term. It energetically binds you to the offender. Ask yourself, does minor disrespect warrant ongoing upset and a desire for revenge, or is forgiving clumsy behavior, not deeply malicious, the wiser choice? Moving forward, as Marcus Aurelius said, the best response to an offender is not to mimic them, but to wish them well. Forgiveness demonstrates courage and principle. Instances of disrespect that cross boundaries warrant responsibility or removal from your life. Use wisdom to distinguish unhealthy behavior patterns needing boundaries from mere misunderstandings deserving leniency. In trivial disputes, a short memory often serves happiness. As Epictetus said, we must control our anger within narrow limits to prevent it from becoming our master. Avoid inflated conflicts. Self-respecting and wise individuals recognize everyone occasionally speaks or acts clumsily, but kindness, patience, and forgiveness heal misunderstandings. Renew your spirit by letting go of minor grievances. Lesson number 5. Surround yourself with respected, supportive individuals. Scrutinize your social relationships. Not everyone upholds your virtues. Consider limiting contact with those who evoke your worst feelings, even if total disconnection isn't feasible. Like with difficult family members, aim to minimize time together whenever possible, engaging briefly when necessary. Surround yourself with those who treat you with basic decency and encourage your growth. Those aligned with your values make every effort. A good company uplifts your mood and your entire being. Of course, remember to show compassion even to toxic individuals, but safeguard your own energy. Relationships should expand possibilities for both parties, not cast shadows over them. Life unfolds exponentially when you allow some connections to recede, making room for meaningful relationships that align with your higher self. Lesson number 6. Refrain from gossiping or complaining about disrespect. Such expressions often trap you in negativity and rehashed situations with close ones who offer healthy support and perspective. Avoid endlessly recounting these encounters to anyone who will listen, as it amplifies negativity. When you feel the urge to vent or complain, pause first. Reflect. Does this contribute to my growth, or is it simply spreading toxicity? Redirect your energy to more constructive pursuits. Expressing discontent can easily become a bad habit if not managed wisely. As Seneca said, we often suffer more in imagination than in reality. Excessive complaints intensify hurt rather than resolving it. Instead, focus on constructive actions. Seek lessons in difficulties rather than merely recounting grievances. Qualities like forgiveness, courage, and patience nurture growth. Avoid words that inflate the significance of disrespect. Beware of biases that reinforce facts when sympathizing with those who agree with you. Broaden your perspective. Grievances may temporarily release emotions but can trap you in a victim mentality. Philosophically approach challenges within yourself, minimizing negative energy. Lesson number 10. Maintain emotional distance from those who treat you poorly. When someone insults you, understand it reflects more on their issues and character than on your worth as a person. Their opinion stems from subjective views, not absolute truths. Don't take their attacks to heart. Retain inner faith in your integrity and principles regardless of others' opinions. Stay grounded in self-awareness rather than seeking validation from them. Naturally, no one likes being attacked, but you have the power to manage its impact on your spirit, as advised by Marcus Aurelius. Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. By controlling your dignity and inner peace, external factors cannot breach your mind and heart without your consent. Keep your spirit elevated and impervious to unjust criticism. Maintain your integrity and values when insulted or treated poorly. It's tempting to seek approval by resorting to reactive tactics, but such maneuvers only diminish your worth. Instead of playing their game, stand firm in your convictions. Continue to demonstrate kindness, understanding, and fairness, even if the other person does not reciprocate during frustrating conflicts. Do not allow their behavior to drag you down. Decide at your discretion whether to engage further. I stand with you in solidarity for the future, as you wish. I won't abandon what seems right to you. Believe in your higher purpose, certainly. Be ready to analyze your behavior for areas of improvement, but do not compromise your core principles and integrity. Lesson number 12. Be polite and professional, but assertive with those who mistreat you. Keep up with the times, but do not tolerate harmful behavior in the name of maintaining peace. Passivity leads to opposite results. When disrespect is shown to you, politely state, "Please do not speak to me like that," or "Those remarks were hurtful and unwarranted," giving them a chance to realize and correct their behavior initially. Approach with good intentions, be firm and fair when setting boundaries. Of course, immediately disengage from any interaction escalating to verbal or physical aggression without ignoring it for the sake of etiquette. Even in such cases, part ways while maintaining your authority and principles. Find strength in embodying your highest integrity. Lesson number 13. Understand that you cannot force others to respect you when they treat you disrespectfully. There's a temptation to explode or appease, trying to compel respect through intimidation or compliance. But these strategies undermine your self-worth. Genuine respect must come from their own judgments and inner state. External attempts to control their behavior will only lead to disappointment and loss of personal power. Instead, focus on self-respect, maintaining your own standards of honesty regardless of how others behave. Lead by example. As Gandhi said, "I cannot teach you violence as I do not believe in it. I can only teach you not to bow your heads before any, even at the cost of your life." Stand tall in every respect. Lesson number 11. Maintain your composure and ethics despite mistreatment, earning self-respect through courage and virtue. Your inherent dignity shines brightly enough to nurture it primarily within yourself. Focus on positive moments when insulted or treated poorly. It's easy to fall into self-pity and negativity. However, dwelling on victimhood only breeds more unhappiness and resentment. Reflect on all the people in your life who love, respect, and support you. Review your achievements and opportunities. Consider that disrespectful individuals likely have flaws coexisting with good intentions and virtues in areas where you lack information. Embrace fundamental human decency, recognizing the gifts you have to offer and deserve respect simply for being who you are. Release attachment to receiving it from everyone. Inner peace comes from within, not from seeking validation. Focusing on light during dark times provides perspective and protects against distorted thinking. Take pride in your virtues while remaining humble. At least for now, as Carl Jung said, "I am not what happened to me, but what I choose to become." Your circumstances do not determine your worth. Shine without losing hope. Lesson number 15. View life's ups and downs from a distance. If drawn into conflict or treated poorly, remember how you've overcome similar trials in the past, even if they seem devastating at the time. You are stronger for it. Consider challenging situations as opportunities to demonstrate principles of understanding, resilience, and grace under fire. How you respond defines you more than the situation itself. Endure like the great ones you admire. Reflect on how insignificant random disrespect will seem to you in the long run. Maintain perspective on life. Certainly, take reasonable steps to establish healthy boundaries and uphold justice, but do so patiently, guided by the bigger picture. Temporary conflicts should not distract you from higher goals. Approach trials with the wisdom of someone who has overcome great challenges. If any of these Stoic lessons resonated with you today, don't hesitate to start Stoic discussions. The great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca advised them. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like it. For more content like this, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching, and as always, may you find peace and tranquility.